Hi everyone, it's Jill Lancet and it's Wednesday again. Just a couple of bits and bobs out of the way first. If you'd care to shop with me and you are in Australia, there's my online store. Now, from there you can go to all my social media, but you can also check out what's happening in Stampin' Up. We have the clearance rack, which is items that have been reduced in price, some of them very, very reduced. They will never be seen again after they've gone. We also have our kits on sale this month, which will end on the 31st of August. There is the host code for this month, and it also ends on the 31st of August. There are also online exclusive products. Now, you won't see those in catalogues anywhere because they're exclusively online. So, excuse me, all of that you can access via this online store address here. Now, here's my contact email. If you have any questions or whatever, do send me an email and I'll be happy to help if I can. Now, I have some classes that I hold in Marylands. They're in conjunction with the Cumberland Art Society, and in fact we hold them in the rooms of the Cumberland Art Society. So they are in Marylands. Excuse me. I have some vacancies for Saturday's class. If you're local and you're interested, send me an email and I'll send all the details to you. But the bookings will close tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon. And the class is this Saturday, the 19th of August. So if you're interested, please do drop me a line and I'll give you all the details. Now, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat, so I'm just going to have a bit of a drink. This does not go there, not after the other day. Bear with me. It's very hot, very, very hot. Okay, now, we are going to do one of the funnest but messiest techniques around, and I want to just show you some of the bits and pieces that I've been playing with all week. Now, you might remember the card I made, or the last two I made, using this glossy photo, printable photo computer paper. We're doing marbling, and just have a look at the beautiful finishes you can get with this marbling technique. And it's fun. As I said, it's messy, but it's fun. Look at those. Now, these are backgrounds, obviously. But how lovely are they? We're back to the beginning again. But I'm going to show you how we did that. And for some reason or other, on this glossy photo paper, it looks so good. There's a lot of depth. I don't know why, but anyway, you'll see how it turns out. As I said, it's very, very messy, and I'm going to go through the things that you will need to achieve this. Now, the first thing you will need is, where did I put it? Is a container. Now, I recycle these. I keep these. These are just the things that meat, fruit and veggies and stuff like that come in, and I do clean them, I keep them, and I reuse them. So I'm just giving that a wipe out. Now, the other thing that we're going to use is shaving foam. Now, I don't know how long I've had this. It's a very long time. So the first thing we need to do is get all of our bits and pieces together. You're going to need some re-inkers. You need your photo paper, and I have this cut to the size that I want it to be. You're going to need something that you can smooth it with and pick up your cardstock once it's in there, and you are going to need paper towel because it is so messy. So first of all, I'm going to put some paper towel down, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. I've got extra paper towel over here. Now, shaving foam likes to be kept vertical. So you're not going to get much joy if you tip it like this. You really do need to get in there like this, so it's vertical. So I'm hoping this works, having said all of that. So, as I said, I have had this for a very long time, and yeah, it smells lovely. It smells like really clean. So I'm going to just clean that up, give that a wipe. Okay, we're done with that now. So I've just got this spatula. You could use anything you've got, okay? And I'm just going to smooth the texture of this. Now, try and resist the temptation of smashing this into somebody's face, which I'd love to do, but I won't. But how much fun would that be, hey? Okay, so I've got my really smooth, well, it's not really smooth, but as smooth as it's going to get. And I'm just going to keep this here. Now, we want some re-inker. Now, I want predominantly boho blue. So these are the re-inker bottles. They last a very long time. I've got colours that have retired. Now, I'm just going to put a few drops, and as I said, I want predominantly blue, so I'm just putting a few drops like that. Next, I want to have I haven't tested this color combination, so yeah, you're going to be as surprised as me. So this is the bubble bath, and I just want a little bit of this, not as much as the blue. And then I'm going to put in some lemon lolly. Now, as I said, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So we're just going to put a couple. Right. So there's that. Now this is where the fun begins. Now I'm going to use something thin, like my Take Your Pick, because I don't want to disturb the foam too much. So I just want to just run my Take Your Pick backwards and forwards. You can swirl it all over like that. And you can hopefully mix them a little bit. And we'll do our first print. Doesn't that look fantastic? Okay, now you'll get more than one out of this. So yeah, don't despair that you think that's a lot of re-inker and a lot of shaving cream. So I'm just going to lay that on there. And with the back end of my little spatula, I'm just going to poke it down. And then I'm going to lift it up. I might use my Take Your Pick for this. Now, what I want to do is I want to scrape this down as I'm going along, just so that I can reuse that. Now, I'm just going to pop that over there. As I said, this is messy, but it's so much fun. Now, I'm just going to wipe this off. Now, I could use this and put it back in there. I can just go like that, put it back in there. But look at that, isn't that amazing and wonderful? Now I'm going to use the paper towel, and I'm just going to make sure I have all of that off there. Now you could do this repeatedly on several pieces of paper. So I'm going to pop that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a few pieces of the photo. Oh, it's right here. Oh my gosh. Remember I showed you this on Sunday night, and it's just glossy photo paper. It comes in this particular size. Look, it's no particular brand. I didn't get it from any particular person, but you look around for it, you can get it quite readily, and it comes obviously in different sizes. So now I'm going to do a second one, and there's so much ink left on that I'm going to be able to get several. So I'm just popping it down. I'm going to push it down with this end. Now I'm not going to do 6 or 7 of them. I'm just going to do 2, just to show you how easy, how fun this is. So as soon as the ink hits the paper, it's already printed on there. So we'll pop that over there like that. And I'm finished with that now, but I wanted to show you how much fun this is. Now this is something, you can get the kids involved in this. Kids love mess. Yeah, do you remember making mud pies and all of that sort of stuff at school? Yeah, this is right up their alley. Now see how there's a bit missing there? I'm just going to scoop a little bit out like that. I'm going to show you. As soon as that hits the paper, it leaves the ink there. So you could effectively control where you want these things. But anyway, that's today's fun. So I'm going to pack all this up, and it does leave your paper a little bit damp for a little while. But if you needed to speed that up, you could most certainly do that with the heat gun. I'm going to leave that to dry naturally, and we'll get on with the rest of the card. And yeah, I really recommend that you give this a go. But look at that. That's the second impression. It's always different, obviously. This is the first one. So isn't that gorgeous? I love this technique. I haven't done it for such a long time. And somebody reminded me of it the other day, and I thought, right, that is my next video. Now, I've got all this mess to contend with. So, yep, fixed, done, out of the way. Okay, so now the next few things that we're going to need are our card base, which is an A4 cut in half, so it's 14.85, and we're going to score it at 10.5. It's already been scored, so we're just going to fold that, and using your bone folder, just give that a really nice crease. So we've got our card base ready, and I've done one piece of, we need a piece of, this is boho blue, and it is 13.85. Oh, I better measure it. I better measure it. It's been a little while since I cut it. Yep, 13.85, and I do believe it's 10 centimetres. This piece here is 13.3, and it should be 9.5. Yes, and it is. So we have our beautiful piece of marbling. Now you could just, there's a multitude of colours that you can choose from. I just chose those virtually random, and these ones here, the other ones were, oh, what were they? Crumb Cake, Azure Afternoon, and I think maybe, oh no, maybe it was Lost Lagoon. Doesn't matter. Yeah, there was a pink involved there. So Lost Lagoon, Crumb Cake, and I think that also was Bubble Bath. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I did these last week. So yeah, experiment. I mean, there's 50 sheets in the little packet that I bought of that glossy photo paper. Go crazy. Okay, so while this is drying, I've given you the measurements. I've already cut out of the dies these wonderful sayings, or sentiments I should say. This is the shadow part of the die. So this is the shadow. I've cut it out of the center. Nobody's going to see that. Okay. And it's in the boho blue, obviously, because that's the piece I cut it out of. I'm trying desperately to find the dies on my desk. I did put them away somewhere, clearly in a safe place. Nope. Nope. Gone. Anyway, now I'm going to cut out the actual wording for, I think it says feel better soon. So we'll take our little, God, I feel like I'm just all over the place. Hang on. I'm going to get my little stamp and cut and emboss machine out, and I'm going to die cut that. Now, I'm pretty sure you've seen this somewhere along the line. I have a piece of removable tape on there because they invariably move for me. They invariably move on me. So in it goes. I've got my plate number 1, a number 2 plate, and a second number 2 plate. And I'm just going to wind that through. Look, very easy to crank it through till you get to the die part. And I always give it a second one. I don't know why, but this is tricky. It's making this paper go all over the place. So, okay, that lives on the shelf. It doesn't take up very much room, and it's always handy for me. So now I have removed the die, and look at this fine text on here. So I'm just going to lift this and just show you how lovely and fine this is. Okay, now these can go away now because I'm finished with those. But you just need to poke out those little, I think they're called chads. I think I saw something the other day and somebody called them chads, but I don't know what the real name is. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue that on there. Now, if I'd thought carefully beforehand, I could have put some of our double-sided adhesive paper on the back, but not to worry. I'm going to be able to glue this, no problem whatsoever. Even though it's fine, you don't need to cover the whole back of it with glue. And try not to get too, what's the word I'm looking for, enthusiastic with your glue, because you don't need a lot. So you only need a little bit, and that's way too much on that E. That's okay. This is a new bottle, and it's very temperamental at this point. Right. So just in a few strategic places, pop your glue. And as I said, if I'd have thought quicker, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, and you wouldn't be watching this because it'd be already on there. Oh dear. What can I say? It's Wednesday, it's hump day. Hump day. Okay. And I think we need a little bit just here. Okay, so that's all I'm going to put on there. And now if you have some tweezers, you could very carefully line this up. Now, if you wanted to make this more substantial message, you could cut this out multiple times and glue them all together, like layer them up, and you would have a thicker sentiment, which would be more substantial. But look, that's fine. That is perfectly fine for me. Now, so we've got this. We have our background piece. We have our card base. And we have our gorgeous marbled piece. Now, there's an easy way to tell whether your paper is still damp, and that is if it's cool to the touch. So this feels okay to me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this together. Now, as I said, if you were worried, you could leave it a bit longer, or you could actually hit it with the heat gun, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it straight away. So what I want to do is I just want to go around the edges, straight around the edges. And because we've got the cutout in the middle, I generally just go around the cutout. Just like that. So I'm just going to pop that on there. As I said, this is not a new technique. It's been around for quite some time. And yeah, it's really impressive to do. It's fun to do. And you're left with these gorgeous backgrounds. And as I said, you can make multiples. You may have to add a little bit of re-inker as the colour dissipates into the foam or it's picked up by the paper, but you will know when that happens. Now, I just thought I would try and tie that black and the white of the card base in with this black and white ribbon. So I'm just going to see where I'm going to put all of this. Just bear with me for a sec while I see what I want to do. We've got a lot of colour and a lot of movement up there. I think I might just put it straight in the middle. What do you think? That looks okay to me. Right, done. Design achieved. Let's put some of this on the back here. And this is just our ordinary stamp and seal. And I want to put that across like that. I'm just catching that in there. Sorry, I think I might have been off camera then. And there we go. And I think I'll just put that straight on there like that. So a bit of glue. And this is where you can add the glue to those inside bits. And try not to get it all over your fingers. Make sure your card opens the correct way. And there we go. Just giving that a bit of a rub from the back, just to make sure that sticks. Now, I want to put this somewhere. And I've got a sneaking suspicion I'd like to put that up on some dimensionals. So we might just have a little look here. Just bear with me while I just cut these up to sizes that are manageable. I'm really liking these strips. I think I've said that just about every time I've used them just lately because, yeah, Now, you don't need to cover every square inch of this in dimensionals. So that's the one good thing. And these are quick and easy to use. Great for shaker cards. And you can curve them, as I found out last week. Yeah, so that was something I hadn't done before. I got these ones in one of our kits that are actually on sale this month. Everything you need comes in your kits. So, and they make the perfect gift. They really do. If you've got, you know, teenagers or somebody that's, you know, a bit tricky to buy for, kits. You can either make the cards up yourself and give them to them as a gift pack of cards, or you can give them the kit and they can make them up themselves, which is like giving them two gifts in one, because they have the absolute pleasure of making up the cards. It gives them some time to fill, and they end up with some cards at the end of it. So yeah, why wouldn't you? And, you know, Christmas is not that far away. So look at the dimension on that. How nice is that? So I'm going to now peel all of that off. So just bear with me because these nails are useless. And we'll have a card completed in no time flat. This would even be quicker if you made a whole bunch of these backgrounds and had them there ready and waiting. So I think I said in the middle, didn't I? And I think I like it. Now, because this is like a scripty sort of on the angle, no-brainer. It doesn't have to be straight. Now, I've got a bow that I'm going to make. Oops, that's still not right. Right. So I'm just going to make a bow, and I just cut a piece of ribbon, and I use the old rabbit ears. So you make your bows however you can make them best, because I think we all know that you can spend a lot of time getting your bows just right. So I'm just going to cut this bit here, and I might just pop that under there. I do like to have these bows on an angle. I just think it's quite jaunty. So we need a glue dot for the bow. So take your bow to your glue dot, much easier than trying the other way. These things are extremely sticky, but there we go. And I'm just going to pop that under there. And I think the background in this particular instance does all the work. No need for embellishments because the background is busy enough. A simple black and white bow to tie in the black and the white, and you've got a gorgeous get well card. But as I said, have a go at that. And the cheapest, this just happens to be a brand name, but the cheapest shaving foam, if you already haven't got any at home, the cheapest They all work equally well. So give that a go. You just need, look, you could do that in a single colour. So whatever re-inkers you've got, a couple of drops. Now I'm going to go and see if I can't make some more backgrounds using all of the leftover shaving gel that I have in my container. So I'll see you on the next video. As I said, if you're interested in knowing anything, do please drop me a line there. You can see all of the promotions, the catalogue, any of the sales at the moment in my online store, and I'll see you on the next video. So take care, everybody, and thank you for spending some time with me. Go the Matildas. Bye.